Trading is one of the few things that's really broken me down, giving me mental breakdowns. I'm talking legitimate on the floor in the kitchen, crying, breaking down, not being able to trade, being so dirt poor and trying to crack this thing and just blowing money, blowing accounts and feeling like I'm getting nowhere. You know, the information you find online is terrible for the most part. You don't know who to trust, who to follow, and you can feel you're on the cusp. It's like this slight feeling of being on the edge of epiphany. Like, okay, I know I can make a lot of money quickly with trading, or so they say, but it seems I always tend to give it back. But you know the possibility's there. You just can't seem to crack it. And guys, it's been a long journey. In the past couple of years, it's something I do. It's a legitimate income source of mine. And it took me a long time to get to this point, guys. And I wanted to make a few different mindset changes and perspective changes that helped me stop being such a loser. I know it's hard. It's a bloody tough game. It's a lonely game too. So I'm going to run through some points here that I've noted down. Is things that really helps me make that shift from being that loser but on the cusp of making it to actually crossing that line and making it and becoming a consistent trader. And it's not just the regular cliche recycled garbage you see on YouTube as well. I hate that stuff. This is real, from the heart, things I've written down. The first thing, and this sounds so freaking stupid to say, but it's to trade with edge. What I've found is anything that can be automated is probably not much of an edge. If you trade with some sort of indicator, some sort of lagging indicator, RSI, Bollinger Bands, if you trade all these random fair value gaps and whatnot, every one you see, or even if you're trading order flow, if you're trading every single volume node, these kind of things aren't real edge, guys. And the real edge that I've found personally hasn't been in the, let's say, hasn't been in the actual mechanical rules of strategy itself. In fact, any mechanical strategy, I believe, doesn't have much of an edge long term. What I've found to be the true answer for finding edge as a trader has actually been something a little more personal and a little more individual. This is trading with discretion. And discretion is one of those things that I believe only can be developed through time in the markets. The way I like to view a trading strategy is less as the thing that's going to carry you to success, but more as something that provides a framework for you to work within, for you to exercise your discretion with, and then trade upon that. Because for me personally, and for a lot of new traders, you know, finding that holy grail strategy or finding the perfect strategy that seems to work all the time, that seems to be the answer to profitability. But you'll find that if you don't have good discretion, no matter what trading strategy you trade, you're probably going to lose money. But if you are able to develop that discretion as a trader, operate within a good framework, and manage your risk properly, that is the true key to success in trading. Not finding a golden strategy, but developing your discretion. And a lot of people don't like to hear this because discretion is one of those things you can't just watch a video from and learn. It's not something you can go take a course from and learn. Discretion is one of those things that only comes from hours put in on the chart. And what I mean by discretion is it's almost that sixth sense in the market. You know, you sit down at the charts long enough, you're going to subconsciously pick things up. You're going to be able to tell when shifts in the market are coming. You're going to be able to tell when a top is put in, when a low is put in, and you're going to be able to react to those accordingly. Or you can tell when something's a fake out versus when something's an actual shift to the upside, to the downside. Discretion is the ability to be able to feel and sense these things and then adapt using your strategy within that context. And you'll find this is something that a lot of pro and full-time traders will tell you as well, that their discretion or their ability to feel the market is a huge factor in their success. So that was a bit of a pill to swallow for me at the start, because as a newbie, you think it's all in the strategy. I personally think noobs and beginner traders like to look for these types of checklist mechanical strategies, because if it fails, they can blame the strategy instead of themselves. Truth is, guys, a lot of this trading thing comes back down to yourself. You read things like Market Wizards or even Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, a lot of pro traders are operating using discretion and human decision making versus operating based on patterns they see on a chart and mindlessly executing. And the next thing I had to change was to stop chasing those influencer highs. What I mean by that, influencer could be anybody. It could be some trading personality that you watch on YouTube or Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Or it could be just other traders that they post their big numbers. They post their highlight reels. You know, maybe they had a $10,000 day and you're like, wow, $10,000. And, you know, you start to compare yourself to that and you're like, why aren't I making $10,000 today? The problem is, guys. And on the trading influencer side of the camera, you don't see all the blow-on accounts, all the resets, all the losses that happen before these big numbers are hit. It's very easy, believe it or not, to get lucky. And anyone can get lucky, and anyone can get lucky for a long period of time. That's fine. Luck does have a huge factor in trading, of course, I'm not going to deny that. But seeing someone's big day online doesn't necessarily mean they're a great trader. The way you measure a great trader is by looking at their losing days. Sure, they might have big winning days, they might get lucky a lot, but how are they managing those losses? I heard this from Oliver Velez, one of his videos. He said, anyone can get lucky. Anyone can. Getting lucky is easy. But not anyone can consistently lose. And that doesn't mean that, you should be consistently losing every day. It means not everyone can have consistency in their losses. What do your red days look like, and how consistent are they in terms of how much do you lose on a red day, and do you stop at that? Or do you chase that, and do you lose everything, and do you blow everything? So the measure of a good trader is not the profits made in a single day that's been posted online and shared everywhere. Here's my payout certificate. It's what do the losing days look like? How much have you lost? How much do you lose when you do lose? How consistent are those losing days? That leads on to social media as a whole. Trading social media, especially Twitter, it's a waste of time. Absolute nonsense. You got people that post on there as if they know what they're talking about. They share it around, and because it's easy and digestible, a lot of readers repost these things, and then just nonsense goes viral on Twitter. A lot of what you see online is the wrong information. There's Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. A lot of it's the wrong information. You got that going on. Then you've got influencers having beef with each other and calling out other traders and all this rubbish. Very negative space as a whole. And all this stuff is for engagement, guys. I can tell you again, from this side of the camera, I can tell you all this stuff is for engagement, because engagement pays. The more engagement a trading influencer gets by igniting beef, igniting drama, inciting drama, the more clicks they get, the more money you get. The more clicks you get for your affiliate programs, the more clicks you get on your course, etc., the more followers you get. So just tune that stuff out. You are, as the viewer, the product. You are the sucker. You are the one getting suckered in that case. Right? Don't fall into it. It's a waste of time. I always say, for trading influencers, or for any influencers in general, any content you consume online, the best thing to do is to unfollow anyone that's not actually adding value to your end goal. If you want to be a good trader, unfollow anyone that's not helping you get towards that goal. If all they're doing is posting drama and nonsense and calling people out, that's not positively affecting anything. Look for people who are going to positively impact your journey as a trader, whether that's mindset, strategy, information, whatever it is. Look for those types of influencers and follow them. Anyone who's pushing nonsense and drama and BS is a waste of time, and you are the sucker in that case. Forget about it. And the last thing is that I know a lot of people that come into trading come into this game thinking that this is their ticket to get rich. And don't get me wrong, it certainly can be. You can make a lot of money with this. But in the beginning, you can't have that mindset. Instead of thinking this is how I'm going to get rich, think instead this is how I'm going to get disciplined. Because if you're disciplined as a trader, the money will follow in time. But if you're coming into this game with this is how I'm going to get rich, you're going to trade too big a size, you're going to over leverage, you're going to blow up, and you're going to chase it over and over again in a vicious cycle, blowing thousands of dollars. I can only say this because I've done it before. I've blown tens of thousands of dollars in trading over the last 7 years, because that was my mindset coming into it as well. I didn't sit back and think, okay, this is not how I'm going to get rich. This is how I'm going to get discipline, and then building it forward from there. Because trading is a great litmus test for your discipline in life in general, because you keep moving your stop loss, you keep over leveraging, you keep blowing up and tilting, you keep doing stupid shit. That's 100% a reflection. I bet 100% that's a reflection of your life. I bet your life is stupid shit. And again, I say that with much love and from respect, because my life was stupid shit too when I used to act like that as a trader. So instead of coming in, trying to get rich right off the bat, use it as a way to focus on discipline, build your discipline, and focus on good process. Don't focus on the P&L, don't focus on the day. Hone in on good processes and tidy self-management. And if you're trading with edge and good risk management, the money will absolutely follow. And yeah, that's the end of my list. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found that helpful. Goodbye.